So the Middle East Institute was founded in 1946, and it's a Washington, D.C. think tank. And it's just was set up to be a very influential player in American foreign policy. Here's the thing. The United Arab Emirates is on pace to contribute $20 million over the course of 2016 and 2017 to the MEI, the Middle East Institute. The UAE was trying to conceal this donation. There's an article in the Intercept that I'm referring. It'll be in the show notes below on the YouTube. So would allow. Here's what the UAE is hoping with this $20 million. It would allow the Institute, according to the agreement, to augment its scholar roster with world-class experts in order to counter the more egregious misrepresentations about the region, inform U.S. government policymakers, and convene regional leaders for discreet dialogue on pressing issues. If that's not the vaguest, scammiest thing I've ever heard. It's like someone going, are you cheating on, are you having sex with this other person? Well, at a certain time, we've had business interactions that have resulted in certain exchanges of ideas, and like, oh, shut up and just answer the question. Just say yes or no. So here's what the thing that is important is why this is key is because the UAE has so the UAE, its foes are Iran, Qatar, and the Houthis in Yemen, and a coalition government in Libya that got backing from Qatar. So this is why they need our influence. They also are doing stuff like the Emirates also, according this is to the Associated Press, operates a network of torture pens in Yemen where detainees are literally grilled alive. So, see how this works? They set up a think tank. They're just as the think tanks is just another name for lobbyist. It's like when they want to hide, just lobbyists are a little more egregious. Like, we're lobbying on behalf of this, of guns or oil or whatever. Think tanks like, well, we're a think tank. We're just trying to come up with good ideas that represent the region in a discrete manner of corporate blah, 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 whatever that bullshit thing I just read. So what they do then is they put money into that think tank. It influences lawmakers. And then when the UAE goes, hey, this group in Yemen, we don't like them, we want them out, and so do the Saudis, we come in with our military, or we sell them weapons, or give them money for their armies to do this, and go in, and then in specific to Yemen, create an international, like the worst starvation crisis we have. And we just let them torture people and all this other stuff, and then we claim to be the higher ground. We take the moral high ground. So this is what has been going on, and who this is, the UAE ambassador to the U.S. is Yousef al-Otaiba. I'm mispronouncing that. I've mentioned his name before. So somebody got access to his emails through hackers, or somebody leaked it from within and gave it to the Intercept. The egregious misrepresentations, the money will go toward eradicating, are not spelled out, but Otaiba has made no secret of his disdain for rival Gulf nation Qatar, which he argues is a funder of terrorism. Yeah. Oh, God. And you just say, well, terrorists. It's just like if I, like, I don't know, I live in an apartment complex, but there's a really nice house, very big, nice house close to me, and I just went, oh, that guy's a terrorist. We got to... And I tell you what, just give me some money and I'll help root out the terrorists. I'll get them out of there. And then lo and behold, I get this guy's family out and I'm living in his house going, yay, we got rid of terrorism. So I went from a one bedroom to a big fancy house. Woo, keeping America safe. So I'm going to go into more of this al-Otaiba, what his role is. He's one of the 2 or 3 most influential diplomats in Washington, a remarkable feat for an ambassador from such a small nation, as he has forged a close bond with Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. He has long been close with CIA Director Mike Pompeo, a big pro-torture guy. He was in favor of torturing people. And Dianne Feinstein, Democrat senator from California, on her Twitter feed during his confirmation hearing was like, "No torture, Mr. Trump. We won't support your people for torture." And then she voted yes to let him get approved. So she said yes to a torture guy, the head of the CIA. He has built personal relationships, this is the UAE ambassador, with key figures in the House, Senate, and White House, and he has explained in an email to Middle East scholar Bilal Saab, relationship building is the key to diplomacy. I got a call from General Mattis before the Syria strike because of my relationship with him. Wow. It wasn't a White House or Pentagon official. It was Mattis himself on the phone. That's what 20 million buys. Mattis will give you a heads up when they're going to go into an airstrike. So this is a pretty extensive article, and I would suggest reading all of it to get even more information on what's going on in that region. But it's just another example of how this works and how Washington works and how all of these countries in the Middle East. And so anytime, we've been talking about this a lot on this show, and most of you are pretty aware of this, but just to reiterate, anytime someone starts saying there's terrorism, we know that there's something they want. There's natural resources or land or power or influence, because there's terrorists everywhere. I mean, we could just, the state of California could invade, the state of Oregon and could just be, oh, there's terrorists up there. And, we could find some white supremacists and terrorist organizations and invade them. But we're just doing that because we want their lumber, their clean, their water supply or whatever, because we're in a drought. That's what this is. The state of California just invading another state because we want something they have, even though, yeah, we got white supremacists and gangs and everything else in California, but we got to make it safe and go up to Oregon. That's what this is. That's as simple as I can make it for you. It is a very complicated thing, but that's what it basically boils down to. So, it's kind of amusing to watch and insane and scary all in one. But thanks for watching the show. Like and subscribe, positive reviews on iTunes, all of it. Thank you.